Hey, 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 mighty pals, it's Thursday tips time, even if it's a little bit earlier today. Hot take. Are you being productive or are you just doing busy work and we think it's productive? What's really on your to-do list today, this week, this month, the coming month? This is a question I've been asking myself and my audience, you, my mighty pals and friends, for at least 4 years. Hey, mighty pal Fran. So, yes, I have emails. I went and I looked because I look. You all know by now, I keep all my emails in Word documents and I keep this stuff. Why? This will be in a point in 1 minute, maybe more than 1 minute, about being productive. It's that, look, I have emails and I blog posts, and all of this goes back for at least 2018 and probably longer because it's just that important. Lessons learned, folks, that I am sharing with you, my friends. It is also timely, as I sit here this week wearing all of my professional hats, having client calls and coaching calls, and my challenge this week, and the nonprofit work, and consulting with another nonprofit, and I'm doing a conference presentation later this afternoon, and I'm facing distractions left, right, and center. Some of them are my own making, like signing up for Disney Plus or getting a new laptop. But I am prioritizing my current work. That means this video, and then it means my library conference presentation, and then it means working on the challenge and a sales page. Priorities. That means that the new laptop is sitting in the family room and it's not even been powered on. That's my reward for this weekend during a snowstorm. I could easily let myself go do busy work and tell myself I'm being productive by setting up my laptop. I could go and post things on Facebook to my business page and tell me I'm being productive, but really? So, and I'm so glad Fran's here and watching because she sent me such a lovely email today saying that I'm apparently in her head this week about doing the money making tasks first, and we need to do them often. So that may not mean that we're posting to Instagram and Pinterest. Mhm. And how often are we making clear and direct offers in our emails or even in your social media posts? Do you have things at different price points for people who are at different stages in their journey with you? Do you have different ways for them to work with you? That was a reminder that I got on a call. I'm connecting with a past client today who reached out to tell me what a difference it made in his business last year. Part of it was mindset and part of it was tactics. And I love that he said that one of the things that he loved working with me about was I was willing to call BS and be a contrarian in some things. And knowing that he's still part of my circle and doing outreach and things like that with him means that, hey, we're about to possibly sign and do another coaching deal. It also means don't overcomplicating things. And that tech is awesome and tech can be great, says the person who just bought a new laptop because the current one is fighting with my power cord. You can take money via PayPal with a PayPal me link with a PayPal button. Fran, we will get those PayPal buttons fixed. I swear to you, we will make it happen. After years in business and studying some of those complicated evergreen funnels, look, there's a point, and some of them can be great. But the God honest truth is they are overcomplicated. You are worrying about overcomplicating things when you don't have other things nailed down. So, being productive and not just being busy. But that also does mean that we're smart about the things that we do automate and smart about the things that we set up now so that we don't keep repeating ourselves down the road. So the other thing is, and this was the reminder and this was the marketing mindset, you know, switch that I had to flip with some of my consulting pals, that you can't just decide to do marketing tasks every other quarter or when you have time and you're on a pause because your current clients are like, not sure what's going on with funding. You have to keep doing it, because if you don't, then you won't have any more current clients, or you won't have any clients coming in the pipeline. But like some of my consulting pals have found with me is that It doesn't have to be hard, icky, or pushy. But, and I used this once, and I have a picture still somewhere of a presentation I did like, oh wow, it's been almost 8 years, 7 years. That it's like a shark. You know, scientists check me on this one, but the biological thing, zoological, whatever, is that sharks have to keep swimming in order to live. Yeah, well, our business has to keep keeping us visible, being out there in order to keep going. The trick is knowing that telling your story, being present, connecting, and even being in service to others is marketing, and that you have to keep doing it. It also means that you need to schedule. You need to schedule time for it. You need to schedule time to do the things that are priorities for you. You also need to allow that flexibility and that wiggle room because, folks, shit happens. Yep, life happens. Life happens. Leave room for spontaneity. Leave room for imagination. But mix that in with a little bit less chaos and by the seat of your pants. Use your calendars. Use your time blocking. Use 15 minutes if you're a little distractible, like me. Plan 2 weeks out, not 30 days at first. When you get to 30 days, then maybe you can consider 90. Stop trying to plan the entire year out. That's going to be, I think, next week's about over and procrastinate planning. But start right now in terms of being productive and not just busy. We're almost at February. Pick one goal for the month. Then break it down. What do you need to do weekly to get to that goal? What do you then need to do daily? Then you can look at the day going, okay, money making tasks first. What am I doing in my most productive hour of the day? For some of you, that's at 10 a.m. Some of you, that's at 4 p.m. Some of you, that might even be 2 a.m. What are you doing in that productive hour? And if that's tough for an hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. So, for example, you've decided you are going to send 2 personal outreach emails each week to past clients, to potential referral sources, to collaboration opportunities. And each of them is going to have something that gives value and has a call to action. And you're going to do it every week. Cool. Set aside what time, what day is going on the calendar for that. You decide you want 50 new email subscribers this month. Cool. Great goal. What are you going to do to get in front of new people? How many new people need to see your email opt-in? Because only X% are going to convert the first time. I know, folks, it's math. Yeah, a little bit of math. Look, it means that, for example, you want 50 new subscribers and say you have a landing page that converts at 50%. Great, you need 100 new people to see your landing page. But the honest to God truth is that most landing pages for email opt-ins, if it's cold traffic, people who've never seen you before, never known you, that could be as low as 1 to 3%. Higher, warmer traffic, they've seen you, they've participated in groups, maybe they saw your name in a bundle, maybe one of their friends passed along your name and said, go get this checklist. Well, then you're looking at 30%, up to 80% if those are really warm leads. But you can't say you're going to go after and get 50 new people if less than 50 people per month even see a page and that particular page on your website. Which means then look at the month of February. What are you going to do each week to get your email opt-in in front of new people? Productive time. What are you going to do today? Set aside 30 minutes. What are you going to do today? And if, for example, you don't get email subscribers daily from Instagram, then why the hell are you over there posting right now? Tough love. Love you. So start with the daily tasks. Because look, if you wanna succeed, then it means prioritizing. It's not about we all have the same number of hours in the day. It's what are we going to do? Where are we setting our priorities? And if family is your priority, then prioritize the hell out of that this week. If your health is the priority, then prioritize the hell out of that. And that's okay. And if you know you have money goals for this month, well, then how are you going to make those a priority? If for example you're on a wellness plan, you may need to get up in the morning and you need to go out to the gym, and there's things like cues like putting your shoes and your clothes out to remind you to make it easy. Boom. Or it means that you're going to set aside 30 minutes, you're going to go walk outside. That is not advisable in the Northeast today. I woke up and it said it was 6. It is so easy to get caught up in busy work. Folks, we have to do bookkeeping. We really do. But our accountants, really want us to keep good, clean books. If we can do that automated or hire that out, then all means to it. That's a busy task. It's a necessary task, but it's a busy work task. Let's be honest about that. So there are might be things in terms of customer service that are really important, but it's busy work. Can you automate it? Can you set canned responses? Even in your Gmail accounts, you can have saved responses so that if you get certain inquiries, you get certain emails to you, boom, hit send, boom, hit send. Even if it's a matter of saying, thank you so much for your question. I'm going to get back to you by 4 p.m. today. Because right now you're focused on something else. Do not let yourself get distracted and caught up in something else. It might even be sometimes content creation can be busy work, especially if we're going out and we're just creating freebies and we're creating blog posts and then we're not sharing them. And we haven't done the part of getting ourselves in front of new people. So, look, the other thing to know is there are both short term and long term money making tasks. In some respects, the creating blog posts may not lead directly to a client today if I hit publish and post today, unless somebody's sitting around literally waiting for it to pop up on their screen. But it might lead to somebody in months from now. That was the conversation I had with my consulting pal, that we had worked on a content strategy and LinkedIn, and it might not be that he's getting a client because he posted something today on LinkedIn, but because he's been consistent, he's been visible, and he's been talking more about his expertise and what he does. He's now top of mind, and he's top of mind for past clients and referral sources and collaboration sources. And that's the long term money making tasks that pay off. That's the reason why, if you're going to go and you're going to post on social media and you're going to post on Instagram and you're going to post on Pinterest and you're going to post on LinkedIn, are you being strategic about it? Where is it leading people? And are you doing it in a consistent enough manner that those people will hit the click when they need you? Because it's so easy to get caught off on track. So yes, writing and sending emails with a call to action, definite productive money maker. Could be an affiliate link. I definitely included an affiliate link in an email I sent today because I know somebody's challenge who's starting in February and you should all be in it. And this would be where I'm like, oops, I don't have that link in front of me to show on the screen. But it's Kelly McCausey's Content Refresh Challenge and you want in on it. I'll send you the link. I'll post it afterwards. If you are sharing on social media and you are sharing client testimonials, if you are sharing examples of work, if you are sharing process, like this is how I work and this is a result I got, that's better use of your social time versus sharing another quote picture, which you need. But that's one of those things like, okay, go block off some time, schedule all of those for the month, bing, bang, done, then go prioritize something that's higher priority. Say you have a blog post. Cool. What's the point of the blog post? How is it helping? What is it leading people to do? Does your blog post have a call to action? I need to go help my friend Lynn Lush, who has a fantastic blog post on Create Scout, but we're missing her email opt-in form. Make sure it's there. So maybe you know that, for example, Kelly or somebody else in your circle has something coming up in February. I challenged my challenge participants. I said, find something to promote in February. Could be your own thing, could be somebody else's thing. We're going to do a promotion series in February. And I also challenged them and I said, if you do it and you create something of your own, workshop, masterclass, freebie, I'll promote it too. You can think about that in advance. Videos can be productive and not just busy work if you've got a call to action. Does it help promote a launch? Does it help showcase the work you're doing with your clients? Is it an interview with somebody else? Is it an interview with a potential past client? Better yet, are you repurposing other content into that video or the video into a blog post That's productive, not just busy. Um, Repurpose, honestly. So, repurposing content is one of the most productive things that you can possibly do. Resharing older evergreen content is a huge productivity booster. It gets you out and done faster and reuses the hard work that you already spent time on. I'm technically repurposing right now because I'd already told you I've been talking about being productive and not busy for 4 years. I've lost count of how many emails, blog posts, or Facebook Live that probably have this topic. I'm repurposing literally some of the words in my notes. Taking an email and then taking it over and making it a social media post, taking that email and making it into a blog post is super productive. Here's the other reason it's a potential moneymaker for you. The same people who are reading your blog and who are following you on social media are not necessarily the same people who are following you on email. Or even if they are, they may not see the same message at the same time. Because guess what? They're distracted too. Which is why we take the same content with a little bit of reworking and we put it different places. Don't assume that just because you send it out in an email that, hey, anybody saw it. Because, hello, thank you, technology and open rates. Maybe they're a blog post reader. Maybe they really want it in video format. People send me things all the time and it's like, oh, hey, go listen to this audio. And I'm like, I love that you podcast. I love that you're doing audio. It's not my learning modality. I'm partially deaf. Audio is not my thing. But I love that you're doing it. But please, are you sharing that content someplace else? Make it easy for me to go find what you've just shared. You can take the headline or a key tip from a blog post or a video, put it in an email. Big time productive. Take the headline or a key tip and make it a social media post or several of them. Better yet, more super productive, go into Canva and create a template for yourself so that you're not creating new social media graphics every time. Your colors, your brand. There was a set of ones where I had that it's like, fine, the text is on the left, picture on the right, picture on the left, text on the right, text in the middle, picture behind it. Great. 3, recycle them, change the colors. Make it easy peasy and reuse things. Here's a ninja tip that I taught in my content repurposing workshop. I bet you've got PowerPoint slides, maybe even Keynote slides, that probably some of them came in a licensed content or PLR package. And you're like, what on earth am I doing with these? Take out any of the ones that have like that smart art and those graphics. Save that slide as a JPEG and share it to social media. Better yet, you can turn any slide into like a little miniature infographic thanks to like that smart art tool. Make it graphic, make it visual. Share it to social media. You could even take 2 or 3 slides, transition them together, save them. You can export as a video. That was a tip that I gave in the repurposing workshop, and you now have video content for social media. More importantly, you have video that isn't anybody talking because most people watch social media videos with sound off. Repurposing and breaking up those PowerPoints and those slides when you're not giving them or using them as a workshop or a class or a master class or a webinar, there's other ways to make use of that. If you plan out how to repurpose and cross promote your content when you create it, think of 3 to 5 ways to reuse any given blog post, any given video. Now you have strategic, mighty, productive marketing. You already created that content. You spent the time and the effort. Don't literally reinvent the wheel by doing it all over again later. That's busy work. That's not productive. It also means making the decision sometimes in where to outsource and to hire help. If it makes sense to have somebody as a VA and they only work even an hour a month scheduling out we'll call it that social media filler posts, the quotes, the graphics, the fun stuff, the entertaining memes. Great. You've saved time so that now you can use your brain power on the posts that engage your community, that ask a question, that show your business, that promote. Maybe if editing is your bugaboo, maybe you need help and you need somebody to take the stash of the words and you speak them out in a speak to text from Google Docs, from something else, your phone, and you need somebody to clean and polish those up. That's a good use of time versus you struggling and straining to edit things. It's why there's lots of VAs that handle customer service because they're faster at it and they're completely and totally impartial, which gets you back to doing one on one work, working with your clients. It's why we set up email automations, like why I said you want to have canned responses potentially in your Outlook, your Gmail, so that you can boom, hit send, done. The more ways you can get help, the easier the marketing can become because you either outsource or automate the stuff that you're not great at, that you don't like doing, and you save your brain power and your creativity for the stuff that lights you up, helps you connect with your people, and is more likely to bring you in money. And, you do that, then you can start to figure out how and where to outsource. So, awesome. So yes, Fran's gonna go. Oh, I love it. Fran's gonna go and she's gonna go look through her stash. We all have stashes. We got stashes of stuff. Don't forget your own stuff. Don't forget the emails that you've written. Don't forget any presentations you've ever shared. Don't forget stuff you wrote. I shared in my challenge about giving extra freebies and extra goodies. If you've got something, and maybe it was an opt-in, it was a checklist. Maybe it was a checklist or a worksheet that eventually went with a class or a webinar, and you haven't given that in a while. Give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give an extra goodie to your audience just because. Literally just because. And because getting them to click inside of emails is good. You want them to do that. You want them to click and show they're engaged and to tell your email marketing system, oh, hello, still here. Still here. So, what are you going to do this week? But more importantly, what are you going to do in February and the months beyond to avoid distracting yourself and being just busy and feeling like, hey, I posted, and hey, I organized my computer files, and hey, okay, I'll be perfectly honest. I went through and was cleaning out my inbox. My inbox is ruthlessly color coordinated and color coded and tabbed and labeled, and there's still stuff sitting in there. And so, yeah, I spent time the other night during not a productive money making brain power time to clean that up. Why? Because it's going to make me more productive going forward. And there is that, email amnesty cleanup, just clean it all out. But don't do that during the middle of the day when your brain power could be thinking of, oh, what's a masterclass I can offer this month? Oh, who can I go out and collaborate with? Ooh, let me go search and find who's got an affiliate offer that's coming up that I can share this month. Ooh, I should have been sending emails all January about the fact that Thrive Apprentice has a new program that's going to be for content and courses and drip and membership, and it is going to be a completely new, and they are really trying to change and go up against some of the other cool tools out there that are for course management to make it all part of what's built into Thrive already. I also know they're going to raise their prices for the entire suite of tools. I also know this is the first time in a number of years that they've said they will sell something standalone. Thrive Apprentice 4.0 is now available as a standalone tool that you can buy, or you can get it as part of the Thrive suite. If I'd been truly on my game, I would have been promoting that since I've known it's been coming. And it launched publicly on, I think the 25th. So why didn't I? Perfectionism. I wanted to have had Thrive Apprentice already created on my own site to show you, see, this is how it works. And I haven't done that yet. The good news is they got tons of examples. So Yes, telling yourself this is not a money making task, so stop. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely, Fran. Absolutely. And make a list for yourself as to is this something that could potentially make me money in the short term? Like I am literally sending out a link today, for Kelly's content refresh challenge that starts in February. That's a short term money making task. Me sending out a link potentially to my people for a beta offer that I have. Me sending out a link to a low cost workshop that I'm going to run in February. Short term. Awesome. Mix that in with the longer term, me doing this Facebook Live video with repurposed content, me creating a blog post that's going to be evergreen and has an opt in and could potentially nurture my audience in the months to come. Know that, and make sure that you are mixing in the short term money making, sending an invoice, cleaning out your books, going and contacting a past client to check in with them. Those are potentially short-term money-making tasks that are key and need to be mixed in with the longer term of creating content, being visible, interacting, serving our audiences, building our email lists. Building the email list may be the longer term. Sending out the emails today is the short term. It's like any balanced diet, folks. We cannot have and cannot live on cupcakes alone. There's got to be some salad and some green beans in there to go along with our roasted potatoes. And yeah, that those might be on the menu tonight for dinner. See, I'm distracted again. Set aside time. You can do this. This does not have to take over your entire day, but you do need to plan for it and put it into your day. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be the video next week, is about not procrastinating. So come back and make sure you step in with me, Mighty Pals, as we continue to talk about what does this actually look like on a day-to-day basis in our lives. I am so glad you are here. I am hoping that you are having and prioritizing what you need in your life and your business right now. Bye, Mighty Pals.